McGregor did, it's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he questioned Floyd Mayweather's claims of owning $42 million across 6 buildings. Rogan highlighted how credible sources have repeatedly refuted these flashy figures, suggesting that Floyd's wealth may be more illusion than reality. While Mayweather promotes an image of financial dominance, it appears his empire could be built more on hype than hard facts.
So Floyd is just piecing him up. Pieced up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
They even give them to him?
Because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. And all sorts of things that goes.
Yeah, you got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Rogan observed Floyd's transformation from an electrifying boxer into Money Mayweather. He pointed out that Floyd gradually shifted his focus from the sport itself to money, and often disrespected his opponents along the way.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter, and he had a bunch of hand problems, to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny. These guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my f***ing jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Joe Rogan also noted that Mayweather is remembered as much for his money as for his boxing legacy. Despite his success in the ring, Rogan was clear that Floyd wouldn't survive in MMA, questioning his adaptability and skill beyond boxing.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight. He's screwed. It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be a 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
In another interview, Rogan told a striking story about Floyd allegedly firing a referee mid-fight, highlighting the extreme power and influence he wields in the boxing world. Rogan emphasized that only someone at the very top, like Mayweather, could get away with such a move.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the f*** are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
According to Rogan, Floyd's intense competitiveness stemmed from his upbringing. With a father and uncle who pushed him relentlessly, Floyd was groomed for dominance. However, this drive didn't stop at boxing and carried over into his business and financial dealings.
You just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best at it. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I will imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super. Like they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing skill.
Mayweather once claimed he makes $3 million a month, more than Bill Gates. While such statements might dazzle fans, experts familiar with boxing pay structures say these figures are unrealistic and likely exaggerated for show.
And Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half at 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd often states that money is the core of his life philosophy. He says he wants his children to follow his path and create generational wealth. However, this obsession with money has drawn criticism from those who believe he's chosen cash over character.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like with my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Despite his immense earnings, reports suggest Floyd owes money to other fighters. One notable allegation came from rapper 50 Cent, who claimed Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while in jail. According to 50, Floyd later acted as if he had no idea about the deal.
We brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right. So it's like, let him cool his heels before he...
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants, to give me the other half? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. Okay. At that point, that's it. All right. So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
50 Cent has continued to expose Mayweather, saying that many in Floyd's inner circle dislike him. He described Floyd as being obsessed with wealth and lacking basic values, which makes it hard for people to respect him outside of his boxing achievements.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. Just get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
It took, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your, your local host in the nightclub, because you need that action right now.
Do you think step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Logan Paul also stepped forward, claiming that Floyd is here to pay him in full for their exhibition fight, despite the massive earnings from the event. This furthered the narrative that Mayweather prioritizes money, sometimes at others' expense.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
Well, I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million, Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar De La Hoya added his perspective, saying Floyd likely still fights because he needs money. According to De La Hoya, many boxers end up broke due to excessive spending. With Floyd's luxury lifestyle, from designer clothes to private jets, this concern doesn't seem unfounded.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd has made headlines for his extravagant spending, including owning an $18 million watch and hundreds more worth thousands each. These lavish purchases grab attention, but they also raise questions about the sustainability of such a lifestyle, even for someone of Floyd's status.
How much that comes at? $1.8 million. $1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
That's insane. That 1.8 is high. 18 life. That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on.
This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one. $1.8 million. I love that.
Rogan called the Floyd versus Conor McGregor fight a pure money grab. Though Floyd had retired, he returned for a $100 million payday. To Rogan, it was just another example of Mayweather turning his fame into fortune.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
No, a bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. No, sneak designs, that's that shit I don't like.
Mayweather is never shy about self-praise. He often claims that no boxer has accomplished what he has. While his confidence fuels his brand, the constant comparisons and boasting invites skepticism and criticism alike.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my record.
Floyd fought Logan Paul purely for money, but later criticized Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul in his old age. This double standard didn't go unnoticed by fans, who called out Floyd's hypocrisy in trying to control the narrative around money fights.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul,
What is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has openly said he doesn't like Floyd. He criticized Floyd for constantly showing off, even in retirement, which reflects ongoing tension and differing value between the two boxing legends.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. It's his, he don't do drugs. That's his heroin, the gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
Yeah.
From the start, Mayweather approached his career with a business mindset. But many of his moves, unpaid debts, exaggerated earnings, and controversial deals, have raised ethical questions. At times, Floyd's brand of success seems to rely more on illusion than integrity.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
That's what happens when you bet on yourself, Mayweather once said. And with that, we wrap up today's video. Stay tuned for more.